here with another December daily video, which cracks me up because it is officially April 1st when I'm recording this. But you know, I am bound and determined to get all of these videos done. Both my albums are completely finished now. I just haven't had time with everything going on at the school, sending the kids home because of coronavirus, all of that. I just haven't had time to actually do the voiceover, but I'm working on it now, and hopefully I can get these videos up for you guys because I know there's some of you who are like patiently waiting for my December daily videos. So I'm going to start by working on my 2018 album, and I had a few photos from this day, mostly just random photos, but I wanted to include them all and just talk about these non-Christmas, non-December release stories, and just kind of include them on my layout. I went through my Project Life cards, and I decided to do a monochromatic layout. I wanted to go with like black and white for today, so I just grabbed out black and white Project Life cards to see if I had anything that could work. I had this one that said conversations that I really liked, and then this gray one which I just pulled out there that says I am just tired. And both of those I felt like fit well with what I wanted to scrap about today in my junk journal for December daily. I have a photo of the electrical box, which I'll get to the story about that. I have photos of 3 different houses and a photo of my mom and I having lunch at McDonald's, which we never do, but on this specific day we had lunch at McDonald's. So I took a picture of our lunch too. And I'm going to scrapbook about the electrical boxes, the 3 different houses, and the McDonald's lunch in today's page. So I started by stamping the roller date stamp in the top corner there, and then adhering my photos to the Project Life cards. So I have 2 photos of the electrical box, and I kind of just overlap those a little bit on the top of that I am just tired card. And then the 3 photos of houses I kind of printed off on my Canon selfie as a strip, and it'll be like a photo strip kind of thing, and that will be on there, and then the McDonald's photo will be on the conversations card. So let me read you my journaling while I'm actually doing it there. So with the electrical box photos, it just says the power at the office just wasn't working. The power at the office just wasn't working. So while running a million errands, we had to make a ton of calls to try and get it fixed. Yikes. So that's what that is. And then the photos of the houses is we managed to drive by 3 of our old houses and Grandma and Grandpa's. And so that's what the photos of the house are. And then on the conversations card, it just says, after a busy day of errands and running around, Mom and I finally got to sit down and have some lunch. We sat and talked about the future while eating. And so that's what I wrote there. And I just used a black ballpoint pen or gel pen, I think, to write on there. And I wrote on the cards. And then I'm going to add some additional journaling right on the page too. And then I just decided to go through my embellishments and pull out anything that was black and white, gray, silver, to kind of go with that monochromatic theme. And I'm going to kind of adhere those things down. Now, while I'm doing that, I just wanted to say, if anybody is wondering how I'm doing with coronavirus while being in Kenya, yes, coronavirus is here. Yes, I'm still in Kenya. If you go back on my channel, a couple of videos, I've got a video all about that. And I just want to say that I hope and pray that you and your families are safe, that you're washing your hands, that you're staying indoors no matter what country or wherever you are, and to just be really smart about that. And I am being safe and careful in Kenya. We're kind of in a semi-lockdown on the campus, so that's good. All of the students have left, so that's great. We're staying healthy and careful, and I hope you are too. I felt like the page needed a little bit of grounding. It just felt like it was floating in air. So I grabbed my black pen and did some messy lines around the edges, just kind of create like a frame. And then on the conversation side, I added some little stitch lines and put those there. And then I just added a little bit more journaling. I created a tab on the right hand side of the page by cutting up a Snow and Cocoa die cut in half and kind of putting it on there and adhering it with a staple. I added the Winter Wonderland and the Joyful tab. And then I'm just going to go through my puffy stickers and add some silver hearts, some black, white, and gray stars and dots, some black enamel triangles too. I believe the hearts and the triangles and the crosses are all from Freckled Fawn. I'll leave a link for those below. The tiny stars and dots are from Felicity Jane. I'll try to remember to leave a link below. And the embellishments or the die cuts I've used here are from Snow and Cocoa. And then that's pretty much it for this page. I kept it super simple with that monochromatic, and it kind of fits with that whole junk journal vibe of just kind of like slapping it on there, and it kind of works, but it's not like a crazily over-designed page or anything. And then after that, I'm going to work on my 2019 album. So I had 2 photos for today. One was a photo of popcorn, and one was a photo of pancake mix. And I had a pocket. That was the next page in my December Daily Junk Journal for this year. And I was trying to figure out how to put those photos into the pocket. And I decided to kind of make a giant tag that I could adhere those in. So I grabbed a couple of different 6x6 paper pads. I believe these are all Maggie Holmes designs. I grabbed a polka dot, a pink stripe, and a floral. And then also that like crosshatch one that you see there. And I folded the polka dot one in half. And I'm going to adhere my pancake mix and my popcorn photos in there. And then I'm going to use the other pattern papers to almost like, what do you call it? Extend the design and kind of create a design on the tag, because I didn't want the tag to just be polka dot. So while I'm folding away and doing that, let me read you my journaling. I'm currently attempting to figure out how to do some food prep to make all the cooking from scratch easier. I've never done any meal prepping or planning. Today I thought it would be fun to create some pancake mix. And then all I need to do is add eggs and milk. And then on the popcorn photo it just says, sometimes making everything from scratch can be so exhausting. I do love baking and cooking, but I miss easy. So for dinner tonight, popcorn. My favorite popcorn seasoning too. Sesame oil, nutritional yeast, cumin, salt, and pepper. Yum. Cass made some too. Cass is one of my friends who also works here. So I guess in my journaling for today, I was talking about this whole feeling of like I'm new to Africa, I have to make everything from scratch, and I'm trying to get used to what life looks like here. And making pancake mix and popcorn for dinner was a little bit of like a snapshot of where I am right now. That's one of the things I love about December Daily is it's a snapshot of your life in the moment that you're in. Like this year in 2019, well, I guess that's last year now, but you know what I mean. In 2019, I'm in Kenya for the first time. Last year, I was looking ready to leaving to go to Kenya. The year before that, I was at home with my parents, and then the year before that, I spent Christmas in Uganda, if you remember that. And so I just feel like every single year looks different than the year before, and I love that my December Daily is a snapshot into like what life looks like. I just love that. So on the outside of the folded tab, I added the floral, the pink and stripe, and the polka dot. I used my hole reinforcer punch to punch out a little pink hole and stick that there. It's not an like actual working hole, but it gives the effect of the tag. I also trimmed the edges diagonally to make it look more like a tag. And then on the inside, I'm going to add that crosshatch paper to just fill in that extra part. So the tag is longer than 6x6. So even though the paper is 6x6, I wanted the tag to be probably like 7.5. So I just used that crosshatch pattern at the top to kind of fill that in. and like to fill in that extra space. And then I'm just trimming off the excess, and I did that on both sides. So the tag is kind of like double-sided tag, and when you open it up, it's got all of the journaling and the photos and stuff on the inside. And I actually really like the way that this works out. I probably think the back, if you look at it, is not perfect. Like, it doesn't line up great. So I think if I were to do this again, I probably would do it and then like snip down the edge just to make it like all lined up. But 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Basically, it doesn't matter. And then I felt like there needed to be something between the crosshatch and the white. So I grabbed some black and white striped washi tape from Felicity Jane, tore it in half, and just put a strip of that across the top there, and you'll see that in a moment there. I just like the way that the black and white looks on there. So it just kind of fills that extra place in. And then I can do all of my journaling and embellishing and stuff on the inside. I realized that I forgot to add the day 22 to my 2018 album, so I went back and did that. And then I wanted to decorate the front of the tag just a tiny bit. I felt like it needed something more, so I found this snowflake from Snow and Cocoa. It's like an acetate snowflake, and I decided I'm going to stick it on the front of that tag there. And then I wanted to put some kind of title across the front too. So I went through my stickers and I found a label sticker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the snowflake down with the label sticker. Like, the label sticker is almost going to kind of adhere it. I did use some adhesive behind this snowflake, but you can't see it after I stick the label sticker on. And on the label sticker, I'm just going to write making, because on the inside I talk about making the pancake mix and making popcorn. So yeah, I kind of like the way that that looks. And the yellow label sticker that I put on there picks up on some of the yellows that are in the flowers on that top floral piece, so it ends up working really well. And then while I had my stickers out, I noticed I had a bunch of other stickers that I thought would work well. So I had these stickers from Feed Your Crafts and Brandy Kincaid. One tab said my story, another one said watching. And then there was a star sticker and a popcorn bucket sticker, and I stuck those on there. And that's pretty much all the embellishing I do on this page. I just finished this off by adding my journaling, and then that is it for the 22nd of December. So I hope that you guys kind of enjoyed checking out this process video. Maybe it gave you some ideas or inspiration. I hope that you're still enjoying watching December daily videos in the middle of April, but life is life. So that's it for me. I hope you guys have an incredible day and that you stay safe, wash your hands, and know how much you're loved. Talk to you later. Bye.
Magic is falling straight from the sky, covering everything.